Hello, happy Tuesday. Actually, it's Tip Tuesday. Wow. I think this is going to be a segment that you're really going to like. Hopefully, it's going to be very helpful for you and you're going to learn some things. And also, I would love for you to comment like where you're watching from, or what you liked, what you didn't like, or you want to add to this. So we're just going to jump right in and get started. And I have to show you, look at my lipstick color. Let me show you what I used. And then it is so fun. I love playing with makeup. I just, as you can tell. But look at this color here. This, can you see that? Which is different than what I've got on. Okay. But let me show you what I did. This was so fun. I took this, was the limited edition. This is the waterproof lip liner in Violet Lilac. And what I did, and I'm just going to show you, I just filled in my entire lip. And just like this. And top. Now what I do is I go just below or just outside of my natural lip line. And I do that because I have really thin lips. And then I just color it all in, if you will. Okay, that was the Violet Lilac. And then I took this one. This one is called Midnight Red. And look at that, isn't that fun? I just changed it completely. And then I like to add just a little bit of gloss to it. I would use a clear, but I don't have one. Or there's a light pink, I'm getting it. Just to give the center, which makes your lips look fuller when you put lip gloss on in the center. And I'm not a really big lip gloss girl, but I have found that this lip gloss, it's not sticky. It stays in place, so I don't mind it. Okay, I've got my little notes here. Your tip for Tuesday. I'm excited about this. Now, I kind of saw another version online someplace. I don't remember where exactly it was. I saw somebody posted one, whatever. But I created my own, and girls, it is going to take so much less time for you, because if you're like me, you like a clean house. I don't like cleaning the house, but I like a clean house. And I'm not going to have a housekeeper come in and do all of that, because we got animals and there's just too much. We're in and out, and it's just not even going to do that. So I do my own. And I used to do it like 2 times a week, all the way through. Just, you know, but that was so time consuming. I didn't get much else done. And by the end of the time I was done, I was exhausted, because we have a pretty big house. So what I did is I decided to break it down to daily jobs, and I absolutely love this. I'm going on week 3 of doing this, and I mean, it looks like I just went through the entire house every single day. I mean, it is amazing how this really works. So what I did is I created this. Now this has my daily business on here with my with my job, but I also add this to it because God first, family second, career third is the way I run my business. Excuse me, hang on a minute. And so I wanted to share this with you because this just absolutely makes my cleaning so much easier and so much more thorough. So I have every day of the week, I have a room to do, okay? So for mine, for example, whatever works for you, do it. But what I love to do is cross things off and check things off and all of that. So here it is. It's going to be backwards to you. But I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then the first of every month, I added that. And so let me just kind of give you an example of what I do in my house, what I have. So for example, on Monday, I clean the showers and the toilets, and I get that done. I can check that off. And then I clean the sink and the counter and the fans, check that off, vacuum the floors, and depending if you have carpet or linoleum or whatever, mop or sweep, vacuum or sweep or spot treat or whatever you need to do, but mop the floors. And then clean mirrors, and then I said spider webs. And of course that's getting up there all around the where the ceiling meets the wall, and getting all the little corners, and getting all around down the baseboards, and spider webs wherever they would, or dust, but I say spider webs because I hate spiders, so I'm gonna make sure I get all of that done too. And then Tuesday is my house. If you see my house, my living room and dining room, it's one huge area. So it's just one big area because it's an older house. So back in the day, they did a lot of entertaining in the 50s and 60s. So they had open living room and dining room area so they could entertain people. And so it's all one big open area, and it's only divided by a portion of it by a couch. And then you go into the living room, so it's all open. So I just do all of that as my one room. So I do the living room and the dining room. And then, so that's like dust and polish the furniture, get the spider webs, clean the TV and the entertainment center, freshen the fabrics and clean the leather, and vacuum the floors and spot treat the carpet if it needs it, and clean the fans and water the plants in that room. Okay. And that takes care of everything. And then you're done. And then Wednesday is kitchen day. Today was kitchen day. And because I've been doing it every Wednesday, oh my gosh, it just went like a breeze. It went so quickly. So with that, and yes, every single week, clean out the refrigerator. So if you're not cleaning out the whole thing, at least wiping it out and moving things and making sure everything is, put things, organize things so everything is, because you know how people go in and put something someplace else, and I have mine all organized so I know where everything is at. So the condiments are on the side of the door and blah blah blah. So anyway, go in there and double check. Just go in there and wipe things down. It looks like I just went in and cleaned out the entire refrigerator again, or the freezer. Clean the counters, clean the tables and the chairs. That means wipe everything down, and move if you've got like toasters and slow cookers and all of those types of things. Move them, clean underneath them, clean the backsplash, do all of that, put them back, or maybe even reorganize, or organize a drawer. Do a drawer a week too. So you've got, every time you come back to that, you've got the next drawer organized. So it is amazing how this works. Sweep them out the floors, clean the sinks, blah, 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 and get the spider webs. And then Thursday, one of our kids' rooms is now what we call the dog room. I mean, there's a gate across the doorway, so they stay in there. There's their dog beds and different things in there. And I have my printer and things in there. So Thursday would be clean the dog bedding, which is going to be tomorrow. Dust the printer and the furniture, clean the blinds, or dust the blinds, vacuum and spot treat the carpet if it needs it, but always vacuum every time. And clean the fans and the spider webs, blah, blah, blah. And then Friday, I do my office. That's dusting the office furniture and doing the computer and the monitor and the vacuuming and spot cleaning the carpets and watering the plants if there's plants in there. So I do every single room. Saturday is going to be yard work, or, if depending on the weather, it's going to be the yard work. It's going to weed the garden, landscape, water plants. Sunday is bedroom. It's going to be changing the sheets and dusting the fans and the furniture and vacuuming and spot treating the carpet and the spider webs, blah, blah, blah. And then what I added, which really, really is helpful, is the first of every month, and I see, never mind, the first of every month, I just saw someone up there, but anyway, clean the coffee maker. That means put the white vinegar in that and clean the coffee maker. And then the first of every month, I heartworm my dogs. And then I clean the dishwasher, clean the clothes washer. I mean, that means clean it out, put that little cube in there and clean the washer, the clothes washer, and clean the stove hood filters. And that is going to keep your house immaculate. It is amazing. I wish I would have thought of this years ago. I don't know. Here I am 68 years old. I just figured this out. I used to go through the entire house, especially like on Saturdays, the entire house, top to bottom, and then do it again maybe on Monday or Wednesday or whatever. And it just took me all day to do it. And then you get to the point where, yeah, I'll get that next time. No, you do one room totally top to bottom and you'd be amazed. Just try it. And let me know in the comments if you're going to try this. I'm curious to see. Okay. That was my tip for that. Next thing. Okay. I wasn't going to do this, but you know what? I think I'm going to. I have to. Because I don't know about you. I don't know who you follow, but I am seeing so much negativity on the social media that I am getting fed up with it. And so I have decided that I'm going to share a little something with you. Now, you can take it with a grain of salt if you want to. You can do whatever. The problem with all of these negative posts and these people going on and talking about, oh, poor me, I'm going to be real, and I just want you to know that I'm going through the same thing that you're going through. I understand that. We all get that. But you know what? They don't ever give a solution. They talk about poor me, poor me, poor me, but they never give anybody a solution. And that for me is depressing. So I will just scroll on because I'm staying away from the negativity. I'm staying away from negative people. If they want to do it, that's fine. That's up to them. So give solutions if you're going to do that. I want to hear some solutions. This is not, social media is so easy to post your whole entire life out there about, what you're going through and how bad you have it. Everybody's got a story. Everybody's got a story. Why don't you fix the solution? Fix the problem. Nobody cares. I mean, if you're living like that, if they're doing it on social media, can you imagine what their home life must be, what their family must be going through? All the little kids, all the husband, all of this. They're listening to all this. They're living with that person or living with him or living with her with all this negativity on there. I get that you want to be real, okay? But I don't think that's healthy, okay? I also want you to know, and this is a fact, and I can back it up, for every negative comment or thought, to cancel that out, you know what? It takes 10 positives to get rid of that one negative. That's how powerful our negative thoughts are. That's how powerful our negative thoughts are. So for every negative thing that you say, like, oh yeah, I had a bad day today and I was going through some anxiety issues. Okay, here we go. Had a bad day. There's the first negative. Going through some anxiety issues. So here we got 3 things. So it's going to take you 30 positive comments or thoughts to cancel out those negatives. Because you know what? Your mind believes what you're telling it. Okay? There's 2 parts to us. Like, for example, 2 gardens. We have the garden on the right. We have the garden on the left. We have the garden on the right, which is all positive, happy. Flowers are growing. Vegetables are growing. On the left, we've got weeds. We've got thistles. We've got thorns. We've got all the negative stuff. And what one is going to grow the best is going to be the one that you're nurturing the most. Are you weeding out that garden? Are you fertilizing the flower bed? Are you planting beautiful flowers like thoughts? Okay. Are you watering it? Are you fertilizing it? Are you weeding it out? Or are you complaining? Are you complaining and letting those weeds grow? Because your mind doesn't know the difference. Your mind believes everything that you're thinking. Your subconscious mind, if you say, I'm an idiot, your subconscious mind believes it, even though you might be joking. And it's going to take 10 positives for you to get rid of that negativity. Okay. And it's just going to continue to pull you down and pull you down. But if you say, I am brilliant, I am good at this, and I know that that person that I'm going to call, she's not going to cancel. She's going to book. She's going to hold her appointment. She's going to keep that appointment, or we're going to go have coffee or whatever. You know, I just can't stress this enough. We've got to get rid of the negativity because it's not doing anybody any good. We all have bad days. We all have depression, some worse than others. We all have anxiety. I could go and tell you my stories. My kids can tell you. I had such horrible anxiety and depression that I stayed in bed all the time. My kids would go off to school. I'd go to bed. I couldn't function. And I would get depressed. And I remember going for walks in the woods and in the wintertime, everything looked angry to me. The dead branches, they weren't dead, but there was no leaves on them in the snow. And it was just horrible. I got so depressed. I chose not to go do the medication or go to a therapist or go to whatever you guys want to do. That's totally up to you, whatever works for you. I was going to beat this by myself. And I remember going in my bedroom, getting down on my knees and just giving it all up to God and saying, I cannot do this. I cannot do this anymore. I need your help. And I just started immersing myself into the Bible and reading it. I got a good study Bible, and I can help you with that too if you are interested in a good study Bible. And I got over it. And what I used to do is I used to document when I felt that anxiety start to rush over me. I marked down the time. I carried a notepad and paper with me. Marked down the time it started, and then I would put the end time when it finished. And then the next time it would start, I could see, okay, so in about 30 minutes, it's going to start again. And you know, by what I ended up doing with that in the meantime, trying to get my mind off of when that next huge, overwhelming feeling, and I knew when it was coming. It would just start up from the bottom of my feet and just tingle all the way up to the top of my head. And then I would just feel like this huge weight. I wanted to cry. I just could not function. So what I did is I decided I'm going to go outside and I am going to look at, and this is going to sound dumb, but I tell you what, it really works. I went outside and I was going to totally focus on something. So I picked up a leaf and I looked at that leaf and I held it up and the sun was shining through it. I could see all the little veins in that leaf. And I thought, how miraculous this leaf was, because all those little veins was where the sap fed that leaf to keep it alive, from the great big ones to the real small ones. And I just focused on that. And as I kept doing that throughout the day and throughout the weeks and the months, that anxiety got less and less. It started disappearing so that it wasn't every 20 minutes or it wasn't every hour or it wasn't every day. It wasn't every month. By focusing on that, your mind is extremely, extremely powerful. I'm going to tell you that from my own experience. And no, I am not a doctor. I am just telling you how it worked for me. You continue to focus on that negativity, it's not going to go away. You have to focus on the positive. You have to fix your mind. Your mind is very powerful and you can control it and you can do this. And I did it. And I no longer have any of that anxiety or that depression or the SADS, which is another, problem that people have, especially in the wintertime. And if, by all means, go out, get yourself bundled up. When the sun is shining on a freezing cold day, bundle yourself up with your boots and your heavy socks and your coat and your mittens and go out and stand in the sun. Those rays are going to immerse themselves. They're going to penetrate. You're going to get the vitamin D, which is what we're lacking when we get depression or SADS. And you are going to slowly heal yourself that way too. But I just wanted to share this with you because I think this is so important. There's so many negative posts out there, and everybody talks about all the negativity, but they never give a solution. They never give a solution. It's always about how poor poor me, how bad it is. Their kids or their husband or their wife or their jobs or whatever. Everybody's got a story. I challenge you to find something positive from it. And this is also what I'm going to challenge you to, is when you're going through something bad, like maybe you're going through a divorce, maybe you've lost a family member or you've lost a best friend, okay? Don't look at the bad side of it. I want you to look at the positive. What can you learn from this? God is putting you through that for a reason. You're going through that journey, or you're on that journey, or you're going through that season for a reason, and that is to help others that are going to be going through what you went through. That's what we're here for. That's what our purpose is. So stop complaining about the season. Stop complaining about poor me. Stop complaining about all the negativity. Stop complaining about how bad it is for you. Find something, learn from it. Sit, write it down. Journal. If you journal, I journal. Write it down. Write it down and figure out what it is you're supposed to be learning from this. There's always at least one thing that you're supposed to be learning from it. Okay? So, I got my little notes over here, so I'm going to take a little peek at them. And I really try to be positive on this social media platform, and I am going to continue that. So if you want to hear positive, then I suggest that you like, follow, and subscribe, or watch the videos, because I'm going to keep it positive. We're not going to talk the negative. If you like the negative, then scroll on and go find somebody negative if you want to. I stay away from negative people. I don't even like to be around them. I understand that they're going through some things, and I would be more than willing to help them if they want to be helped. But a lot of them, they just want to wallow in their sorrow and have everybody feel sorry for them. And they just want to tell everybody how miserable their life is, and how they just want to be real with everybody and know that they're going through it too, and they're not the only ones. Okay, well then give a solution. Stop sitting there. You're just treading water. You're not getting better. You're not moving forward. So anyway, I had something also positive that I want to read to you. And let me put this back up here. And it is called Release the Old. And if you want a good devotional, I challenge you to go get this daily devotional, Believing Bigger, 100 Days of Believing Bigger. And let me tell you what, this is a very positive place to be. It's called Release the Old, and forgive me because I'm going to read it. Stop imitating the ideals and opinions of the culture around you, but be inwardly transformed by the Holy Spirit through a total reformation of how you think. This will empower you to discern God's will as you live a beautiful life, satisfying and perfect in His eyes. And you know what? That's a scripture from the Bible. That is a Bible scripture. Romans 12, verse 2. And thanks for the thumbs up. Good job. And what this is saying is, over time, conditioning can block calling and chip away at our courage. The pressure to do what we've always done, what we've always been taught, and what we've always seen can block us from discerning and entering the new God has for us. It becomes easy to miss the everyday, inconspicuous invitations from heaven to experience more. So if you're blocking that out, you're not going to experience the goodness He's got going on for you, or that He wants to give to you. What we believe about ourselves and what we believe we're worthy to experience are often merely a regurgitation of what others have told us we should be, or what we shouldn't do. I'm going to read that again. What we believe about ourselves and what we believe we're worthy to experience are often merely a regurgitation of what others have told us we should be, or shouldn't do. But the living word, which is the Bible, and will of God cannot be contained, and it is certainly not predictable. God is inviting you to release old patterns of thinking and truly adopt his mind. That means hearing his voice and operating from fresh revelation, not observation. It takes courage to renew one's mind and challenge outdated beliefs and paradigms. Know that your next level mission and calling aren't found in the past. As you embrace God's new vision for you, you'll start seeing new pathways and doors open. A woman on purpose will supernaturally invite everything she needs to thrive. So my question for you is, how have you been limiting yourself with a protocol mindset? Doing what others say, in other words. Or are you making up your own mind and listening to God instead, and not believing what other people have told you need to do or what you should be? Protocol mindset, doing what others say, as opposed to a permission mindset, going where God guides. And I want to leave you with one last thing. This is my notes. I like to journal, like I said, and I put my little notes, things that come to my head as I'm reading my devotions. And I have a big old, I don't know how many over there, but I keep all of my Bible notes in here that I can go back and refer to throughout the week or the day from that morning's devotion. So what I gathered from this, and I want you to listen to this, when we believe God and not ourselves or others, we become what and who he says we are. He's got a purpose for you. Are you listening to his purpose? Are you doing his will? Are you doing the will of others? Okay? We're all unique. We're all individuals. You're not going to do the same things I'm going to do. You're not going to do it like I do. I'm not going to do it like you do. And we need to get rid of that negativity. I would love to hear from you in the comments what you thought about this message here on this platform today. And I also want you to know that you too can experience the Mary Kay opportunity for $20 through the entire month of April. It's only $20, then it goes back up to $35, and we can talk more about that. If you're interested, let me know. Put Mary Kay opportunity in the comments, or private message me, or email me, or text me, or you can even call me. I do answer the phone. And my purpose with my Mary Kay business is to bring happiness and joy and fulfillment and just uplift women, no matter what you're going through, no matter where you've been, through my Mary Kay business, to give you some positivity, to give you some encouragement, to help you with maybe you don't have enough, maybe you're a little insecure, maybe to give you more security. And we have fun at this. We can do this online, or we can do this face-to-face, depending on where you live. And we do this by playing with makeup and doing makeovers and just having fun. I've been to coffee parties where we sit and have coffee and do hand facials. And if any of you out there are Mary Kay consultants, I'm going to show you what I take with me. Keep it with me all the time. Keep it with me all the time. And this is not a Mary Kay bag, but it's a pink bag, so I know what's in it. This is what I keep in it to do a Mary Kay hand facial. It's easy to do, fun to do. And I was going to, but I got, my girlfriend said, no, not a good idea. You shouldn't. I thought it was funny. If you have my sense of humor, then you're going to understand why I thought it was funny. I thought I would call it a backhanded facial. I liked it. I would say something to the effect like, hey, you want to go to coffee? So I want to get, and then, or meeting somebody and say, hey, I want to do a backhanded facial. Can I do a backhanded facial on you? And my girlfriend said, I don't think that's a really good idea. I thought it was funny. I'm not a violent person. I just thought it was funny. If you know me, you know I'm not a violent person. So here's what I keep in my hand facial bag. I put it in a Ziploc inside it. For the simple fact is, when I pull this out, you'll see why. What I like to keep in here is, and you can get these little spray bottles on Amazon. I don't know how many came in a pack, 30, 40, I don't know. They're just little spray bottles. They come empty, and I put water in them, okay? And then I will put in, this is the to-go set, and this has everything in it for a facial. And I like to give these to my girls when they go on vacation. They're only like $20 or something, and give them, they get these to go on vacation, so they don't have to take their full-size products with them. And everything is in there, all 4 of the steps, plus we can throw in an eye cream too. And I do have that in there, in the bag, but we do a facial. So we'll first do the cleanser on the back of the hand, and then we'll spritz some water on it, foam it all up. Then I have my nifty little wet cloths in here. Well, heck, you know what? Why don't I just demonstrate this to you? So we're just going to go do a hand facial right here, right now. We're just going to do it. Okay, so here we go. And I don't know how long we've been going, but anyways, I don't see a timer. So first things first, we are going to go with the cleanser. Comes in 2 formulas, dry to normal and combination to oily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this right here. And this is a hand facial. We can do these in the coffee shop. We can do these anywhere. You don't have to take off all your makeup. I'm just going to show you how amazing the Mary Kay skincare is. Okay, there's my little dot. I'm just going to add a little bit of water. Okay, maybe a little more. And then we're going to foam it all up. And it foams all up. And it's getting there. I might have added too much water, but it's foaming up. You see it's white. It's getting white. Okay? This is what you would put on your face. We're just doing it on the back of your hand. Or my hand. Okay, there it is, all foamed up. And then I take my cloths right here. And I pre-moisten these, just because. And then I go in and I wipe it off. So you wipe off your cleanser. We only do one hand so you can feel the difference. So we do the one hand, we wipe off the cleanser, and it already feels amazingly soft. And then we go right in with, let me get these in order here. Then we go right in here with this is the antioxidant moisturizer. And we put a little bit on there, just a little dot. When we do the back of the hand, we don't use near as much. You use about a pea size for your entire face. So we put the moisturizer on, just like that. And it feels amazing. It's not greasy, very moisturizing, and it absorbs right in. You're going to see the difference because one hand is going to be done and the other one is not. And you'll be able to tell the difference. Okay. Then after we do that, because it's daytime, we're going to put the Daytime Defender on. And this has an SPF of 30 in it, broad spectrum. And it is going to protect your face from the environment. It's going to protect your face from the free radicals and the damaging UVB and the UVA rays from the sun that can cause cancer. And we're going to put a little bit of that on there, just like that. Now this is during the day, okay? This is when you get up, you wash your face, and you're getting ready for the day. You put this on, and then after this, you can go ahead and put your makeup on. And there it is, right there. And then what we would do at night, we would do your cleanser. Then we would do, let me get it here, the nighttime recovery. And I'm just trying to see now. Okay, yep. And then you would do your antioxidant moisturizer. So this one would go on next. So let me just show you what this looks like. It's not going to matter that I got the other stuff on my hand, but let me just show you what this looks like. It's clear. And what this stuff is, this is amazing. This goes to work while you are sleeping. And can you see that little bead right there? And this is going to go right to work on your skin while you are asleep. And it is going to multiply the cell turnover by an exorbitant amount. So it is going to bring the new skin cells to the surface quicker than they would on their own, so that you have new fresh skin cells on your face when you wake up in the morning. So the cell turnover is going to be rapidly increased by using this nighttime recovery. And then after you put that on, then of course you would go back and put on your antioxidant moisturizer. So thinnest to thickest. So you would put on your serum and then you'd put on your hand cream. So then or your moisturizer. And that's what I do into the coffee shops. It is so much fun. And the girls really love it. They enjoy doing that. So that is what I do. I'm not going to put that back in there. So in my other little bag over here, I put in my little towelettes, my little wipes, just right in there. They stay right in there, just like that. And they go into this other little Ziploc bag. And these are the way I do facials on the go. And then I have my spray water bottle. And then I put all of my little to-go Mary Kay skincare back in their little box. And it goes in my little to-go bag just like this. And then I put it in my cute little pink cosmetic bag. And the next time I'm going to have to show you what I take with me in the car. It's my little emergency kit. And be thinking about that. Here it is. And then I just take this with me wherever I go. So think about this for next time. I'm going to we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. I don't know. I'll let you know. And I'm going to start posting the times that we're going to do this too. And I'm going to be looking for hostesses. We're going to be doing some online Mary Kay facials. It's going to be fun. I've done several of those. Those are so much fun. I have so much fun doing those. And all we do, we find a hostess. She invites her friends. I give her a link. She shares it. We do a private Facebook group page. And she invites all of her friends, and they'll do a demo of the skincare or glamour or whatever it is that hostess wants to do. And that hostess gets the hostess credit. Okay, and you can shop online, you can shop and you can get, you can buy what I'm demoing, however you want to do it. It is a lot of fun. So be thinking about that, because now's a great time to do it. Mother's Day is coming, so this is going to be an opportune time to get some fun Mother's Day gifts. Now we've got fragrances and body care and hand care, skin care. We've got glamour. Maybe it's time for a new spring lipstick, because spring is time of new growth and new happenings. So think about that, because I'm going to be looking for a hostess. We're going to be doing that. We're going to be doing online skincare and glamour and hand care, body care, all of that. And so I want you to start thinking about if you carry something with you in like an emergency bag, what do you carry with you? I'm going to show you mine. I keep mine in the car, except in the wintertime, if it's really cold, I don't leave it in there. But in the summertime, depending if it's not like 180 degrees, I leave it right in the car. It's for my emergencies when, you never know when you're going someplace and then you have to stop and stay longer than normal because of whatever, or you just have an emergency and you have everything right there that you're going to need. Okay, enough of that. I'm rambling now. So I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know what your thoughts are, and let me know where you're watching from, and if you're watching the YouTube channel, because what I do with this is I will download this video and then I will upload it to YouTube, and I just share the same thing. So it'll be the same thing on there. But anyways, so if you're watching the YouTube channel, then make sure you like, follow, and subscribe so that you will be notified when I release my next video. And let me know your thoughts about this. Was this a little too much? Was this a little too harsh? Did you or did you not like it? Do you want to see more positivity, or doesn't the negative posts bother you? And with that, we'll talk to you really soon. I'm thinking, do I have anybody on here? I do. Hey, Madeline, how are you? We should do something. I have a blast doing this. So if you go back, let me know if you watch the rerun. What do you call it? Madeline, what do you call it? Help me out here. The retake, whatever. Hashtag, go back, replay. Did you tell me that and I did not hear you? Watch the replay and let me know if it's a little bit too heavy. But I don't know about you. And again, I am going to keep this channel positive. And if you want positive, then great. Then this is the channel for you. If you don't mind the negativity and all the negative posts out there and the poor me and whatever, we all have stories. We all have them. I could go on and on about how awful my journey has been with cancer 3 times and depression and anxiety. And but I'm not doing that. I'm keeping this all, and if you want to talk one-on-one, we can, but we don't need to put it out there on social media. I'm just saying. And so with that being said, if you want a fun play with makeup, makeover, and skincare party, we can do that. There is absolutely no obligation. If I could give this stuff away, I would. But just my objective is to get this product on as many women as I can before I can no longer see to drive, hear, or speak. I don't know. I'm going to be 69 this year. So that is my objective. I want to get this stuff on as many faces as I can so I can feel that I have done my job, because I know there's women out there who has never even tried this before. And I'm not saying you got to buy it. That's not what this is about. This is about having a fun pampering session, because I'm going to tell you right now, as women, and I know this is true of just about every one of you watching, we do not give ourselves the opportunity to have a little me time. We don't think we deserve it. We don't think we've got time to do it. We have other things that need to get done. Yeah, you're right, probably. But you know what? It's just like what I was told by one of my pastor's wives years and years ago. When you're on that plane and the plane is starting to go down, you take that little yellow cup and you give yourself that oxygen first before anyone else, because otherwise you're not going to be able to help anyone else. That's the same thing here. I am here to help you feel good about yourself, feel more confident. Now, you don't have to wear makeup if you don't want to. I don't care. Let's just do some skincare. Treat your skin. Because did you know that 80% of your wrinkles that you have right now are from the way you take care of your skin? You only inherit 20% of your wrinkles from your parents. That's it. The rest is how you take care of your skin. By the food you eat, if you smoke, if you drink, all of that encompasses the way you're going to look. And it's not too late. It's not too late to slow that down. And with that, here we go. I'm up on my little soapbox again. So with that, I'm going to let you go. And if you are interested in having a facial, having a little girl time, having a little me time, let me know. I would love to do it. We can do it virtually, or we can do one-on-one depending on where you live. This is a lot of fun. I just have a lot of fun. We'll probably be doing more talking than we will the actual stuff, because you know me, I don't like to talk. But anyway, hey, it was good. And I hope you enjoyed this, and we will see, maybe we'll see you tomorrow, who knows? And if so, I'm going to try to post these ahead of time so that you will be able to be prepared and jump on here with me and kind of interact with this. But I want to know what you take in your emergency kit in the car. I've got a large, it's a makeup bag, I guess you would say, that I have some emergency things in there that I take with me, and I'm going to show you what those are. No, and it's not all makeup. There's some other things in there too, but I'm going to show you that. And with that, I am going to say, have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Thanks for watching, Madeline. Bye. I hope you had a wonderful birthday too, by the way.